you can use the periodic table and as you're doing electron configurations. So this is a little bit different from the video before. I'm going to start out over here with hydrogen. So hydrogen is in the first energy level, and it is in the S sublevel, and it has 1 electron. So that is hydrogen's electron configuration 1s1. When it comes to helium, helium is also in that first energy level, and it is also going to be in the S sublevel, and it has 2 electrons. Now you'll notice that I'm doing something here where I'm adding the box right here. Technically, for electron configurations, helium's electron configuration belongs right here. We put helium over here because of the properties and characteristics it has. It actually fits over here on the periodic table, but we're going to have it on this left side. And so I have crossed out where it is for electron configurations. We're putting it right here. Now, once we finish that, we're done with that energy level. So I'm going to circle every time we're done because we're going to find that it is important to be able to see when we finish an energy and sublevel that fullness, because we're going to use that when we move on to the next electron configuration. So with that next one, we're now in the second energy level. We're in the sublevel S, and we have 1 electron. And so lithium's electron configuration, we're going to read off that blue part that I just circled, 1s2, and then we say 2s1. And that is lithium's electron configuration. So if I continue, I'm now going to continue, and I would go 2s2. As I continue to that next part, that is beryllium's electron configuration. We would read 1s2, 2s2. What I now need to make sure I do is also circle that one, because as I move on to future electron configurations, I now need to read left to right, going from top down, 1s2, 2s2, and then we would continue to this right-hand side. So over here, we're in a new part of the periodic table. This is the P block. But we're still in the second row, and this is still the second energy level. So this is the 2p. And this first row is 2p1. Second row would be 2p2. Third row, I'm saying row, I mean column. So the third column here in this row. So we're still in the second row. So still the second energy level, still within the P block, but this is the third column there, so 3. And then we have second energy level, we're in the P block, and this has 4 electrons. So if I needed to do this electron configuration for this element right in this 16th column and in the second row, we would read 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. If you look up on your periodic table, you can see the element that is right there, and you will see oxygen. So if I needed to do oxygen's electron configuration, it would be 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. Okay, continuing, we would do 2p5. All right, and finally, we're going to end this section with 2p, and then we complete it by putting a 6 here. And so that 6 is the most that a p can hold. So that is now complete. So I'm going to circle that. And any electron configurations after that, we're going to have to read off 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. So I'm going to continue, but I'm going to just do the complete parts so that we can get those filled in. This is the third row. This is the S, and there's going to be 2 electrons there. So that part would be full. And so I'm going to circle that one. If we come over here, this is the 3p, so I'm going to go ahead and write in here, I'm going to put 3p, and so if we get to the end of this, that's going to have 6. Okay, so that would be where we would be complete there. If you don't go all the way, you just count. It just matches the number. So I'm going to circle that. We're going to start to see some interesting stuff. So this is the 4s, and that is 2. And so up till now, we've seen the pattern that we've been seeing. And we've got our 4s2 there. Now what's going to happen is this section here, this entire section, this is the 3D, this entire section here. Why is that? It's because we skipped the D, meaning when it comes to where the electrons are found, we had to go to the 4s because that was closest to the nucleus. So then we have to go back to the third energy level, and we go to the D block. And so that D block there can hold 10 electrons. So then if I'm, say, doing the electron configuration for the element right here, what do I do? So first, let me circle this. So we're going to circle this. And so if I'm doing an electron configuration for this one, first, this is 2, this is 3, this is going to be a 4p. And all I have to do is count. I'm going to draw the numbers for you. 1, 2, 3. It is the 4p3. So if I want to do this electron configuration, I just read left to right. Starting left to right, read the ones that are circled in blue. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d10. And that brings us to 4p3. And that is our electron configuration for the element in that section there. So I hope this helps you start to visualize and understand how to do electron configurations. Another view really quickly. So here I've written out the periodic table and I've shown you all of those blocks. So if we wanted to do the electron configuration for any element, say this element right here, what would you do? Well, you just read left to right. So I'm going to underline it as I read it off. 1s2. Okay. That row's done. 2s2. 2p6. 3s2. 3p6. 4s2. 3d10. 4p6. 5s2. 4d10. And now we're in the area that we've got the element we're trying to do. So we know this is the 5p. So I'm going to go ahead and write 5p in there. This one isn't completely full. We didn't make it all the way to the end. So it's the 5p, and we just count. We go 1, 2, 3. This is 5p, 4. So that's how you do electron configurations. I hope this helps.